Hey guys, and welcome to the Zabermoul UI installation guide. A lot of you guys have been waiting for this video for a long time. And basically I'll go over how to install my UI. I've made it super easy to install. And I've made it available on wowinterface.com. There's going to be a link in the description. Currently it still needs approving over there. See, now I clicked download. It says currently awaiting approval from a file admin. So, but the link that's in the description works. And what you do is you simply just click on the download button, download it to like your desktop or somewhere where you know it is. And it's a zip folder, and then you need to unpack it. Once you've unpacked it, it'll look something like this. So there's got to be a folder and a text file on how to install the UI. But I'll go through all of this in the video here, so you don't have to read the file. But yeah, so you go into the Zabermoul UI folder, and then you see there's an inner interface and WTF folder. Now over here on this one, I have my, that's my World of Warcraft folder, right? So that's everything that's in there. So what I recommend you do is you make a backup folder, like so. And then you take the WTF and interface and then just drag them up here. Now one thing I want you to do once you go in here is make sure that you know what your account name is. Because on US, the account name, I believe it's numbers, and EU, it's account, there's a name on your account. And so what you can do is go into the backup folder again, to the WTF, accounts, and then there's your account name. Yeah, good luck hacking that one, guys, because it's not the email. But yeah, so that way you can see what your account name is. But then you go back here again, and then you simply just copy those two over. So I'll just control click one, control click the other, control C, click over here once on the white stuff, and then control V. It'll take a little time. It's 110 megabytes. There you go. Now we need to set up the WTF folder. And what you do is you just double click on that, go into accounts. Then the account name, that was what we were looking at before. Like I said, US could be numbers, EU a name. You just type in the right one. There you go. And then you double click on that folder. Here I've made a folder called server name. So what server are you playing on? I've made a tune already, a level 55 deathknight that we can test all this shit on, just to make sure everything works the way it should, right? And the server name I believe was Darkspear, like that, on EU. And then you double click on the Darkspear folder or whatever your server name is. Then I've made a folder called char name, that's your tune's name. So double click on, oh shit, just click on it again, like that. So you basically click on it, just wait a few seconds, click on it again, and then you type in the name of your tune, right? And I believe the one that I made is called Zabermoul UI. We might have to go back and change this if that's not the case. But yeah, push enter, and then you're set to go. That's everything you need to do. Now the UI is installed. It's freaking simple. And now you just need to log into the game, so let's do that. Okay, so once you get into the game, everything has reset. Your options, everything has reset. So even your emails aren't showing up anymore. You need to go into options and change everything around, the graphic settings, set that to all that you want it to be, all this stuff, set it up again. Sounds, I've turned it way down. I believe this is about the settings that I normally have. And yeah, that's pretty much what you gotta do. And click OK to that. Now it just asked me to restart because there was a lot of options that I need to change it, including changing it to DirectX 11. And yeah, so I need to restart the game and type in my password, username and password, and log in. So I'll do that. So see you in a sec. Okay, so now we're in game at the character selection screen, and I'm on Darkspear as I typed in the WTF folder. What you want to do here is go into add-ons and make sure that you have load out of date add-ons enabled. There's one of the add-ons in here, the damaging font add-on, that is, well, there's quite a few of them that's actually out of date, but that's because they haven't been given a new update for quite some time. They still work quite fine, but just load out of date add-ons and then just say go down and select your tune that you want the UI on, and then enable everything. And then what you need to disable is Atlas flight paths. I remember that there were some errors with it. I don't know if they fixed it. I've never used it since, so I just disabled that one. And there's two more we need to disable. I just need to find them. I know that we have one for that one, Prat, high CPU usage module. Disable that one, really important. And then there's one for tip tag as well. That's really annoying. That's the tooltip thing I have. So that item ref, tip tag item ref, disable that one. Otherwise you're gonna have like coloring around your tooltips and shit like that when you're hovering over certain items. You just disable that one. Other than that, you just have everything else enabled in here. Okay, so disable Atlas flight paths and disable Prat 3.0 high CPU usage module and tip tag item ref. Okay, then you just click down here and you load your tune. And then wait for the magic. Oh my god, that doesn't look like the UI, Zabermoul. And that is true, that is completely accurate. We're gonna fix that. There's a few things we need to fix. But one really simple thing we need to do is just type one command, and that is push enter, do a / reflux space switch space Zabermoul, then capital U, capital I. Okay? So / reflux space switch space Zabermoul UI. And then push enter. Then it will reload your entire thing and it should look something like that. Now that doesn't really look really awesome either, and that's because of the UI scaling. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the options. This is scaled really little. I don't know why it's done that. Oh well. Where is it that the UI scale is again? There it is. I think it's around middle. I'm not sure. I'll press apply to this. Bam! There you go. That looks nice. Then just click OK to that. And then the only thing you really need to do in here is resize or move the, just right click on general here or whatever and unlock window. That way you can drag it down. So I'll try to place it like I did with mine. You can see the dark edge here. I'll just move that down. So it's just below the edge there, and then move it over to the side as well. There we go. Drag this one down pretty much all the way like that, and then right click again and say lock window. There you go. UI is pretty much almost done. Then one last thing you need to do is go in here, right click on Titan panel up here where there's none of these modules, right click on there, go down to manage, and then go down to Zabermoul new and load. There you go. And then another thing you might want to get in here is Bartender, if you need to config something about that, because I think you get my keybinds with this UI pack as well. So I think it's under the interface Bartender. Then you can go into this one and say, I'll remove this one, show label text. You see it's right up here, right? So that it says Bartender 4. I don't want that to be shown up there. So just go into the interface again, Bartenders, bam. Then I'll move this recount thing in front of it. There you go. Now we're all set to go with that at least. There's a few things I want you to do as well. Go into the options, interface, and go down to help. Then there's, if this one is enabled, display Lua errors, disable it and click OK. Because otherwise it'll pop up with small errors every now and then because of the few add-ons that's out of date. other than that, everything looks nice now. Let's see if the the boss mods is looking like it should as well. Show me. See, it's shown right there, and the warnings are up here as well, so that's fine as well. Let's click on the Omen here, just to see if that's displayed where it should be, and I believe it's not, actually. Let me just see here. Test mode. Yeah, see, that should have been moved over here. I think I scaled this wrong, guys. I think I scaled this a little wrong. It looks a little huge to me. I might be mistaken. I think it needs to be scaled down a little bit. Go into the options, UI scale, just scale it down once. Apply. There you go. Now it looks nice. That's how it's supposed to look, guys. Sorry about that. I hope this is still looking like it should. Unlock window. It's still all the way down, so that's good. That's all good. Just lock it again. So it needs to be just one step. The UI scaling options need to be one step below halfway. And then okay, so that. There we go. And then go in and check this up with the... See, now it looks fine. Now everything looks the way it should. Okay, so that. Right click here and go out of test mode. And I believe that's it. There's one other thing I noticed, and that is the... oh yeah, Recount. You need to scale that as well. Or just set it the right way. Mine's just right here. See if... come on. One more step to the side. It's just me that's very OCD about these kind of things, guys. Sorry about that. Just double click on it again and it disappears. Double click to get it. Just double click on it to interact with it. That's about it. And then you need to, we can just hide Omen again. And then you need to go into the interface again. I believe there's something with the mixed scrolling battle text. Go in here and click on that. I believe that's set the way it should, but I found one thing though, it's just under events. I don't think you need to do this because under the scroll areas, only outgoing is selected, but under events, outgoing player, we just have show crits. I believe the first time, every time you make a crit, some weird thing pops up with a new record or some shit like that. It might pop up, I'm not sure. Other than that, that's how you install the UI, guys. See how it looks very nice and neat and all that stuff. And I believe you actually have my keybinds as well, I'm not sure. Let me just see if I remove this one, put it down here, I believe. That's my X keybind. Yep. So it's remembered my keybinds. That means that zooming in and out is not plus and minus on the... Yep, you can't use the scroll wheel to zoom in anymore if that's the case. So you might have to go into keybinds here and change the keybinds with zooming in and out and all that stuff. Where is that anyways? I believe it's down... Interface functions. Nope. It is right here. Camera functions. See, it's on my numpad. The times and then the is it called comma? I don't know what it's called, but that's how I zoom in. So I use those because I have everything else on the on my mouse pad. Oh, sorry, on the numpad is actually on my what I'm using on my Naga mouse, and I use those for keybinds. But yeah, everything's set up the way it should be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And leave me some comments, guys. What do you think about the UI? Was it easy to install? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now, guys. I am not gonna make a new UI. I will not be making a new UI, and I will not be updating this UI pack. You have to do this on your own. Really, really simple. Use the Curse client to update the individual add-ons in this UI pack. And the ones that you can't get here from Curse, that would be OUF and OUF Lumen, OUF Movable Frames. Actually, about OUF Movable Frames and all that stuff, you can do a /OMF. Just make sure you can move stuff around if you don't want it placed the way I have it. And in case your raid frames all of a sudden pop up down here or something, then you can just do a /OMF and then move it around. But I will not be updating the UI. I will not be making a new UI pack. in the future. This is like the last time I'll do it, because it takes a fuck ton of time to make them. But I made it just because I know that there's a lot of you guys that really want it, and yeah, I don't have, at least I don't have any plans on making a new UI pack in the near future. But yeah, like you saw, it's pretty goddamn simple to install this UI pack this time, and I hope you enjoy it. So take care, have fun, and see you all in the next one.